Welcome to English Practice Every Day. In today's idioms practice video, we will learn 10 new idioms related to body parts and practice them with simple sentences. After practicing, we'll read a short story aloud that incorporates all the idioms, helping us understand them in context. Let's start. Please speak out loud with me as we practice. 1. Lend a hand. Lend a hand. Lend a hand means to help someone. Lend a hand means to help someone. Joe lent a hand to fix the broken car. Joe lent a hand to fix the broken car. Can you lend a hand with the dishes? Can you lend a hand with the dishes? If you lend a hand, we can finish this quickly. If you lend a hand, we can finish this quickly. The neighbors always lend a hand during big events. The neighbors always lend a hand during big events. 2. See eye to eye. See eye to eye. See eye to eye means to agree completely with someone. See eye to eye means to agree completely with someone. They rarely see eye to eye on politics. They rarely see eye to eye on politics. I see eye to eye with my teacher on this topic. I see eye to eye with my teacher on this topic. They saw eye to eye about how to decorate the room. They saw eye to eye about how to decorate the room. It's hard to work with someone if you don't see eye to eye. It's hard to work with someone if you don't see eye to eye. 3. Turn a deaf ear. Turn a deaf ear. Turn a deaf ear means to ignore someone or something. Turn a deaf ear means to ignore someone or something. I turn a deaf ear when people gossip. I turn a deaf ear when people gossip. They turned a deaf ear to the warnings. They turned a deaf ear to the warnings. Don't turn a deaf ear to important advice. Don't turn a deaf ear to important advice. The manager turned a deaf ear to our requests. The manager turned a deaf ear to our requests. 4. Bite one's tongue. Bite one's tongue. Bite one's tongue means to stop oneself from saying something one wants to say. Bite one's tongue means to stop oneself from saying something one wants to say. I wanted to correct my teacher, but I bit my tongue. I wanted to correct my teacher, but I bit my tongue. It's hard to bite your tongue when someone is rude. It's hard to bite your tongue when someone is rude. Jane bit her tongue instead of arguing with her friend. Jane bit her tongue instead of arguing with her friend. Sometimes it's better to bite your tongue and stay calm. Sometimes it's better to bite your tongue and stay calm. 5. Have a big mouth. Have a big mouth. Have a big mouth means to talk too much, especially about secrets. Have a big mouth means to talk too much, especially about secrets. Don't tell Tim he has a big mouth. Don't tell Tim he has a big mouth. People with a big mouth often lose trust. People with a big mouth often lose trust. Sue got into trouble for having a big mouth. Sue got into trouble for having a big mouth. Jack has a big mouth and told everyone the surprise. Jack has a big mouth and told everyone the surprise. 6. Come face to face. Come face to face. Come face to face means to meet someone directly or encounter something directly. Come face to face means to meet someone directly or encounter something directly. They came face to face during the meeting. They came face to face during the meeting. We came face to face with a bear in the forest. We came face to face with a bear in the forest. The students came face to face with a tough exam. The students came face to face with a tough exam. Zoe came face to face with her fears during the hike. Zoe came face to face with her fears during the hike. 7. Work hand in hand. Work hand in hand. Work hand in hand means to work closely together. Work hand in hand means to work closely together. We worked hand in hand to clean the park. We worked hand in hand to clean the park. The teachers work hand in hand with parents. The teachers work hand in hand with parents. The two companies work hand in hand on the project. The two companies work hand in hand on the project. For a good relationship, partners must work hand in hand. For a good relationship, partners must work hand in hand. 8. Put one's foot down. Put one's foot down. Put one's foot down means to be firm or strict about something. Put one's foot down means to be firm or strict about something. The manager put his foot down on late arrivals. The manager put his foot down on late arrivals. Mom put her foot down about the new house rules. Mom put her foot down about the new house rules. Parents often put their foot down about safety issues. Parents often put their foot down about safety issues. Grandpa put his foot down and refused to change his mind. Grandpa put his foot down and refused to change his mind. 9. Have one's hands full. Have one's hands full. Have one's hands full means to be very busy. Have one's hands full means to be very busy. Mary has her hands full with the kids. Mary has her hands full with the kids. Mark had his hands full preparing for the party. Mark had his hands full preparing for the party. I can't help. I already have my hands full at work. I can't help. I already have my hands full at work. The teacher had her hands full with noisy students. The teacher had her hands full with noisy students. 10. Give someone the eye. Give someone the eye. Give someone the eye means to look at someone in a way that shows interest or disapproval. Give someone the eye means to look at someone in a way that shows interest or disapproval. Dad gave me the eye when I made a mistake. Dad gave me the eye when I made a mistake. Ivy caught David giving her the eye at the party. Ivy caught David giving her the eye at the party. Adam gave Maria the eye from across the room. Adam gave Maria the eye from across the room. The teacher gave the students the eye to be quiet. The teacher gave the students the eye to be quiet. That's the end of the practice session. Let's now read out loud a short story using all the idioms in a proper context. Title of the story: A Helping Hand in Harvest Season. The village of Green Hill buzzed with activity. It was harvesting season, and every farmer had their hands full. Clara, a cheerful woman in her 50s, was known for her generosity. She always lent a hand to anyone in need. But this year she had her own troubles. Her son, Tom, had taken a job in the city, leaving her to run the farm alone. One sunny morning, Clara heard a knock at her door. It was her neighbor, Sam, a grumpy man who rarely saw eye to eye with anyone. "Clara," he said, scratching his head, "I could use some help with my fields. The wheat's ready, but my workers quit yesterday." Clara bit her tongue. Sam had a big mouth and frequently bragged about his farm. She wanted to remind him of all the times he had turned a deaf ear to her requests. But instead, she smiled. "Of course, Sam, I will come after lunch." As promised, Clara arrived at Sam's farm. The fields stretched endlessly under the sun. Sam handed her a sickle and pointed to the fields. "We'll work hand in hand to finish this." Hours passed, and Clara noticed Sam was struggling. His back ached and his pace slowed. "Sam," she said, "you need to rest." But Sam put his foot down. "I can't stop now. The weather might change any moment." Clara sighed. She knew better than to argue. Instead, she worked faster, hoping to ease his burden. Just as they were finishing for the day, Clara saw young Lily walking by. Lily was the village gossip and had a habit of giving people the eye. She glanced at Sam and Clara, smirking. "Busy, aren't we?" she teased. Sam's face turned red. "Lily, don't start." Lily laughed. "Relax, Sam. I'm just saying you're lucky Clara's here." The next day, Clara turned to her own farm. She had her hands full, but she wasn't one to complain. As she worked, she heard footsteps. Turning around, she came face to face with Sam. He was carrying a basket of fresh vegetables. "I wanted to say thank you," Sam mumbled. "I might have a big mouth, but I appreciate what you did." Clara smiled. "We all need help sometimes, Sam." Over the weeks, Sam and Clara began to see eye to eye. They worked hand in hand to prepare for the harvest festival. When Clara wanted to take a break, Sam would put his foot down and insist she rest. And when Sam started grumbling, Clara would bite her tongue and let him vent. At the festival, Lily was at it again, giving everyone the eye and spreading rumors. "I heard Clara and Sam are planning something big," she whispered to a group. Sam overheard and marched up to her. "Lily, keep your gossip to yourself. Clara's a good friend, and that's all there is to it." Clara couldn't help but laugh. "Sam, looks like you're learning to handle Lily." Sam chuckled. "It's about time, don't you think?" By the end of the season, Clara and Sam had become the best of friends. They learned to trust each other and face challenges together. And though they didn't always see eye to eye, they knew they could count on each other when it mattered most. In Green Hill, everyone noticed the change in Sam. He wasn't as grumpy anymore, and he often lent a hand to others. As for Clara, she felt less alone, knowing she had someone she could rely on. The village had its share of gossip and drama, but at its heart, it was a place where people learned to work hand in hand, lending a hand when needed and putting their differences aside for the greater good. End of story. That's all for this idiom practice session. Please keep practicing the idioms we've learned today until the next time when we'll explore more such idioms and master them. Bye for now.